Trump.
No Trump. Let me just.
Not a fan?
Huh?
Not bad.
Why you no? You don't look like how you think.
Okay. I don't know why I did this, but okay. No, I'm not a fan of Trump.
Okay.
Is that too far?
I'm telling you.
Zip.
Zip up.
That's not on screen?
Right there. No. You want me to stop it?
Nope.
Keep it going?
Keep it going. We on.
Recording the whole time.
We on?
We've been on whole time.
But that the show ain't started. You okay?
Oh,
We've been on whole time.
I was gonna say,
He's just trying to mess with you.
no.
Yeah, we in here.
Push yours.
Is it recording right now? Shut up.
Look at the audio.
You just been talking.
Shut up.
We love it. We using all this. So it's cool. We good. You on. You didn't even know you was on, see?
I'm sweating.
Me too.
Having a moment.
We good.
Marniyah, hand me a church fan, because it's going to get deep. I can see by the way that's going. Right now, yeah.
It's gonna get deep.
Ooh, be like, okay.
Can you do me one more favor and make sure I'm on here? Because I gotta make sure I'm.
Make sure he on there. Yeah, you looking like, what? Make sure he's on there.
You might as well just get you a little seat. Yeah.
You. I can't stand up.
You know that's a Pro Bowl instantly, right
Oh
there.
God, we definitely gonna have it outside.
Hey today.
How's your day going?
Awesome.
What'd you do today?
Worked.
You gotta give me more than that. What you do today, man?
Work. That covers a multitude of folks.
Okay.
No,
This is true.
I did. I worked for the school district, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you?
For 2 weeks, I just started working for the school district.
We trying to get hired on
Y'all gonna get on.
I'm gonna try to get it in there.
What you trying to get on? What you gonna do?
for the same thing.
Security?
Dang, I appreciate that. I like that. No.
Communications for him.
So
Communications.
they want the idea is they want us to start interviewing the athletes.
To get them TV ready.
Oh.
Right.
So we're gonna use this
And you know
little
what I
platform
think
to-
too? That. Okay. Never mind.
Start the show.
go
man.
ahead.
Start the show.
No, but I think that'll be something good because I just got hired on as the youth empowerment program, the youth director for activities.
That's what I'm
And that'll
talking
be
about.
something because so many times they don't teach them that part of life. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do make it big, we don't even know how to talk. We don't know how to articulate. We don't
Present
know how to
ourselves,
speak.
nothing, yep.
And that's because we don't practice it.
You don't know what
It's
the
saying-
correct answer is, even though you have something you want to say.
Yes.
That's not the correct thing.
That's
to
not. Come on. Don't say everything
I
you're thinking in your
They
head.
have 4 years of practice, right here.
Yeah.
So
That'd be good.
say. So they're talking about doing it. Excuse me. They're talking about doing it during practice and at the games. Well, possibly we could get on the loudspeaker with it.
Okay.
Transmit us during the game. So halftime, before game, after game.
Okay.
as long as they pay.
Yeah.
they paying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You trying to get paid, bro?
Oh, come on,
For real.
man. Start the show.
You keep telling me what to do like you my
Start
dad.
the show, bro. Start the
You're my
show,
daddy,
bro. Let's get it.
It's your show too. You can start the show.
All in show, man. This your boy, Bro Dusty, aka the Church Kid, aka
Come on,
Mr.
church kid.
Kankakee. I got my boy,
What's good?
Hollywood.
Hollywood Harwell. Y'all know who I am?
Yeah,
What's good?
yeah, yeah. I'm excited, bro. We got a great guest.
Great guys.
This my
I never
homie. This
heard
my
you use the
homie
word
right
grace.
here,
Don't you
man.
go
This my
live.
homie
Don't
right
you go
here.
live. Yes,
Sunday
yes.
school teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Slash praise team killer.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all used to kill it up there.
Yes.
You was underrated on them prayers too. You used to get them jumping. We used to.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You
I was
remember
there.
all that?
Every Sunday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, but sometimes Saturdays.
You ain't kidding. That's for real.
Got all that up there.
That's
you used
for
to get
real.
it in. If you weren't up there on the praise team, it ain't sound right.
Talk to me then. Thank you.
Praise Gordon Smith, pastor.
Yes.
Praise Gordon Smith. Kingdom Life Center, right?
Kingdom Life Center.
At the Kingdom Life
At the
Center.
Kingdom Life Center.
What's happening?
AKA Game Changer.
That's
All
what I'm
right.
talking about.
Game changer. Let's
Game
get it.
Changer.
So what's happening? How you feeling? How you doing?
I feel good. I'm trying. Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah?
I feel good. Life is good.
Yeah.
I have no complaints.
You still nervous?
I am. There's
no need to be nervous.
I am. I'm always nervous.
Listen,
though.
good.
But nervous is a good thing.
I agree.
Yeah, nervous is
I
a good
agree.
thing because
Shout out
that
to
means
clubs.
you don't think you have everything under control if you're nervous.
This is true.
That means you're totally leaning on a higher power, and a lot of times leaning on that power of God makes you real nervous.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
because
here.
his
You
ways
here,
is
though.
not my ways, his thoughts are not my thoughts.
You here.
As
We
far
got
as the
you.
heavens is from the earth, that's how far we think from each other. So that's what makes you nervous, because you be like, I don't even know what you're thinking. I don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to trust you. And I'm going to lean and depend on you, and I'm going to trust you. And sometimes when trusting God is hard. They make it look easy. But just because I make it look easy, that don't mean, as they say on Facebook sometimes, it ain't heavy.
On God.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Why
Some
is it
things
hard
you-
though? Like, why do you think it's so hard to just?
I can only
trust it?
speak for me. It is hard. I can't say it's hard because it's something that I love to do. It's my passion. But in loving it is to really help God's people. That's why I love it so much. Because am I living out my full potential or my full passion in life? Am I living that out? Am I going to go to the grave empty? What makes it hard is the fear of failing.
Okay.
Because you don't want to, you
don't wanna
in
fail.
your mind, I don't want to fail, and at any moment I could fail because I ask myself too many questions. I overthink. Am I really doing this because this is what God told me to do? Is this what He predestined for me to do? Or right now am I just going through the motion of doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it makes it hard sometimes because you're human first. That's what I believe.
So it sounds like the self-accountability part
Yes.
is what makes it difficult. It's not the
Yes.
actual work.
Right.
It's,
Right.
It's the cross you've created for yourself to make sure that you're carrying the correct cross right.
Correct.
Got it.
Correct. And it's the discipline of it and being consistent in it. That's the hardest thing for people to do. To be disciplined and be consistent at something, but then when God tells you to switch what you've been disciplined in, and you're like, but this going good. So why are you telling me to switch?
Right.
Because it's another journey that you have to go on to help somebody else.
Yeah.
And you're stuck here.
Yeah.
And God is saying, you can't get stuck where you at. You got to move around because you never know what I have for you. The only way you're going to really know and be comfortable when God speaks is you have to have a line of communication open with Him.
Right.
And that's so many times we don't want to take out that small window of sacrifice to be disciplined, to talk to God first. Because some things we do it totally off our emotions. I just feel.
Completely agree.
And like you said, what you comfortable with.
Yeah,
Comfortable with.
yeah, what you're comfortable with. But so many times, how you know it's God, you're uncomfortable.
You're uncomfortable. Yeah.
So uncomfortable. So uncomfortable.
This is true. Nah, this is true.
Yeah, like, God, you sure you're talking to me? Like what we just talked about, what getting into school and all that. What I know that God does is that He divinely connects the dots for you to get to where you need to get to. But He don't ask nobody else permission.
Speaking of those dots,
Okay.
how did your dots start? What got you to wanting to become a pastor?
I didn't.
Can you tell us about your
I
journey?
never
Because that's good.
I never wanted to be a pastor. Pastoring was the last thing. I never thought I was. I never saw this coming. I've been a church girl all my life.
Okay.
So I'm from Chicago.
What's the original
49,
church?
47, Grace Apostolic Church.
Shout out.
Shout out. And now it's the new Grace Apostolic Church. They're on the corner of 82nd in exchange. My uncle was the pastor. But so many things go on in the church that you just be like, when I'm able, because back then they disciplined you to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you start on Friday, like my stomach hurt, you better have it together by Sunday, or go to the altar and get some prayer, because you going to church.
Oh,
You know, now life is so different. I'm going all over the block with this one. But now life is so different. You go to church if you want to go.
This is true.
We wasn't like that.
Definitely.
You going to church whether you want to go or not. Now, when you get out of my house, you can do whatever you want to do. And then in my mind, when I get out of your house, trust me, I'm not going to nobody's church. Not now service.
That was the thought process.
Yeah, that was the thought process. Like,
Because it was
dang.
forced on you, like you said.
Yeah, do it take God to do all day? And then you're going to, back when I was coming up, you labored in the church.
Okay.
You know, if somebody came in there with a need, well, nobody leaving until that need was met spiritually.
Yeah.
But then so many times did we met the need spiritually, but did we meet the need emotionally?
Right.
Did we meet what was actually going on the inside of them? And so many times we missed that, what's actually going on the inside of them, because we don't believe in mind, body, and soul. We just believe like your soul going to heaven, the rest of you staying here. But in the meantime, I still gotta.
Get everything else.
Yeah, I gotta get everything else together.
So being forced to go, and then with all of that going on in the church, you just wasn't feeling it.
I wasn't feeling it. And then when my father was the pastor, that's when I became. Well, we moved down here when I was 13.
Okay.
Okay.
And then my father, we went to my aunt's church, House of Prayer, which is now a
House
church.
of prayer.
Ella M. Davis. That was my aunt. And then some things happened there, and we went back to church in Chicago, my original church, and we did that for 10 years. My daddy was dedicated for 10 years. Shout out to my daddy. I miss you.
Shout out to Pastor
Yes.
Boyd. That was the man.
Yeah,
He was the man.
he was the man.
He was the
And
man, for sure.
then we went back. Well, then we came back down here. My father decided, well, the Lord told him to start a church. That was Christ Temple.
Christ Temple Apostolic Church.
Yes, and that church was the kicking church.
Boy, that church is love,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That
got
church
him
used to be
smiling.
so
Yeah,
love.
yeah, and then the funny part is you was happy to go.
Yeah.
It was
You
like,
wanted to go.
ain't no telling what you gonna see in there,
Man,
but you
that
was just
and-
like, let's get it cracking.
Even with all that going on, y'all still catered to us. Like,
Yes.
as kids. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We were 6, 7 when we first
Right.
started. And y'all had a whole section for us
Yes,
to do what we needed to do, and we didn't interfere with y'all.
Yes.
Y'all still was pumping God in us, but at the same time letting us be kids.
yes,
And that's why we always like coming there, like all the time.
yes,
That and getting forced.
yes.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
so Christ
That's
Temple was
huge.
it for
Yeah.
sure.
So then my father got sick. He had a stroke and he passed the church up to my brother. My brother did it for, I don't know how many years did my brother did it for? But he decided to, I would say he decided, the Lord told him,
Well said.
we'll say it like that,
Well said.
to move. So now keep in mind, I worked with my father all this time in the church. So I did everything. He'll tell you, I did everything. I was the praise and worship leader.
Okay.
I was on the finance.
Mm-hmm.
I did the prayer. I did the choir rehearsal.
Did the announcements.
I did the announcements.
You sound like him with regular jobs.
Yeah, we started service.
That's about it.
I did everything. So when my father got sick, I just migrated over to my brother,
Mm-hmm.
still doing the same thing. Okay.
Right.
Now, when he would go out of town, first take care of the church. Well, I used to call myself the hype man. I hype up any service,
Okay.
but now I'm not gonna pastor nobody.
Okay.
Now, I didn't consider myself as a preacher. That I would get irritated when people like, evangelist, my name is not evangelist, my name is Grace, do not put evangelist in front of
That's
me.
already telling you.
Yeah. And so, once he said he was moving to Mississippi, it was music to my ears. I was like, you moving? In my mind, church over.
It's over with.
We're going to someone else's
We're
church.
going-
And the only reason why I'm thinking of going to someone else's church is because my mom and dad.
Right.
So I was just like, we'll find a church, we'll listen to the praise and worship team, and
We could
back,
just be members.
yeah, we could just be members.
We could just be
I ain't gotta
members.
count money, I don't have to start the service, I can finally sit back, chill, just listen. Now, at this time, I'm 50.
I'm 50 years old at that time. So I was just like, oh my God, you love me so much. You're allowing me to finally relax and not have to worry about nobody's family, don't have to worry about no. I was really happy.
Okay.
Then when my brother came to me one day, he said, Grace, I got something to tell you. And I said, what? He was like, you're not gonna believe this. So I said, you're not moving. So then I'm like, oh, we're back right back to square one. He was like, no, I was praying. And the Lord said, you the pastor of what? The church. I said, you better go back.
You'll talk to us some
And
more?
pray again, because I'm almost
Make sure
sure
you said the name right.
he didn't tell you I was no pastor.
He said Greg, not Grace.
Right. Or green leaf,
There you
not
go.
Grace.
Right.
So I said, okay. So I said, well, I was being smart. I said, go back and tell him. I said, no. Since he didn't ask me. He was like, he looked at me like, because then I thought, now if you're going to go ahead and go. But that don't mean I'm the pastor of the church because you're going. I said, I said, everybody will figure this out. Everybody will figure out what church they need to go to. Then, this is the funny one. He came to me again. It's the second time. I said, Randy, no. He is not telling you I'm the pastor of nobody's church. No. Yeah. So my cousin, I'm not gonna make any names. She has a boyfriend.
I want you to know, I'm gonna cut you off when I tell you, I'm the snitch on the show. So if I know, I'm gonna tell you.
You don't know. You don't know.
then
They
my
gonna
father
try.
got
We're gonna
sick.
put it into comments. I'm gonna find out. We got a nice young camera lady. She's not on camera. We'll get the information from her.
Definitely
It'll be on the
don't tell
bottom
her.
in the comments.
So she called me. My cousin called me one day and she said, I'm gonna try not to say names. And she said, I'm gonna bring Uncle Tubby a wheelchair. And I said, why? I said, he got all these wheelchairs. Why do you feel like the need to bring him a wheelchair? She was like, I think it's better than the one he got. I'll never forget, it was Saturday, it was cold outside. I remember everything perfect. So Saturday is my rest day. I'm gonna be a bum all day Saturday. Don't call me, don't talk to me, don't do nothing. So my husband come to the house and he said, Grace, I got this leaf blower. Go around the corner, because mom's outside trying to rake the leaves. Go around the corner and go take this blower and blow the leaves. I said, okay. I said, what is this? What? Everybody want to irritate me today. What? Oh my God. So I was like, okay. Because he said, Mama, I get up, and when I get up to go blow the leaves, here come my cousin and her boyfriend in this car.
Okay.
And I said, don't tell me you got this wheelchair in the car. And she said, I called Uncle Tubby and Uncle Tubby told me to bring the wheelchair. I said, it's whatever at this point. So she said, me and so-and-so is in the car. She said, and I have some jewelry at the jewelry service center, and let's go to Po' Boys and eat. I said, okay. So we go to jewelry service center, we go to Po' Boys and eat. And when he talks like, yeah, Grace, how you doing? Like I always tell her, why you gotta translate when he talk? I mean, and that's how he talk.
We're gonna get
What's been happening? Right,
Okay.
you know,
How you
that's how
say
he talk. Yeah. You ask him a question, you're just looking at him like. So we go in Po' Boys, and when me and her is sitting on this side of the booth, and he sits on that side, and he says, so we start talking about the church. Okay, she's my first cousin. So it's like a gossiping session.
Okay.
And I said, girl, guess what? And she was like, what?
Good.
Randy gonna say I'm pastoring the church. And I'm like, she said, did he? I was like, and I told him no. He might have called you, and just because you want to leave, that don't mean I'm gonna take over. No, I'm not doing it. He started talking like, so why aren't you doing it? I looked at him like,
Talking clear as day.
yeah.
That whole cool thing
After all, proper. It's not about you. It's about the kingdom. How did you make that about you? And I said, okay. I really want to tell them all.
First off, where your voice?
Yeah.
Where your voice go?
So he gets up,
That's what poor boys
goes
do.
to the bathroom or something. So my cousin said, let me tell you what he said. I said, I don't need you to repeat. I heard everything he said. And when he came back, he was talking back with that, all right, child, did the food come yet? And I looked at him. So when we got back in her car, I called my brother and I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. He had forgot. He was like, do what? I said, pastor. He said, the church? And I said, yes. He said, you had an encounter with God. And I said the same. I said, if you want to call him God, okay. But that's what happened.
That's crazy. Crazy how that worked.
How I became the pastor of the church.
That's a powerful story.
Then November, he left in November. And in March, I said, God, I'm going to give you 90 days. I'm going to give God some time. And then I got installed as the pastor in March.
So the know all be all, you gave him 90 days.
You gave him 90
I
days.
gave him 90 days.
You got power.
I was like, God.
That's why he said you gonna be a pastor.
I said, come up with the
You gonna give me some time?
come up with the real pastor,
you
please.
Need to be a pastor then.
So that's how I became the pastor. This November be 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
The number of completion.
That's crazy.
Yeah. This November I've been doing this for 7 years. It hasn't been all good, but it's definitely been all God.
Was the transition easy? Going into becoming a pastor?
Good.
I'm going to be honest and say no. It wasn't easy because they were used to me being lay members with them. So now I become the pastor and they're like, how long is this going to last?
Ooh.
Yeah. You could tell the resistance. You could tell when there different things was happening. You could tell like when she going to stop. Because keep in mind, even though my brother left and said God told him to do it in the sense that looks like or feels like rejection and abandonment. Because nobody know you're leaving.
Right.
And now all of a sudden we think the church is going A-okay.
Yeah.
And you tell us you're leaving. So now in the sense is we're being abandoned. So now I'm saying, okay, God, help me to hold all this together while we work out our feelings, while we work out our emotions, while we work out our hurt, while we work out our pain. Because what they have to realize is, but people are so just into them, they have to realize it was more worth it on me. Because that's the brother that we didn't live no more than around the corner from each other all my life.
Yeah.
So now it's just me, mom, and daddy. When I had you was helping me with mom and dad, and you know, right. And my dad was a wheelchair person. You know, he winded up in the wheelchair. He was paralyzed on one side. So that, yeah.
It was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going
Outside
on.
of the church. Though.
Yeah, come
Outside
on.
Of the
Outside
church,
of the church. And I had to wrap my mind around, but these are God's people. I had to mature in a lot of areas. Quick.
Because it's almost like a relationship with all these people.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of feelings. It's a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
A lot of thought processes that you have to deal with.
Exactly.
That you may not have ever had to have dealt with before.
And
your crutch is gone.
On that level,
yeah.
too. On that
And my
level.
crutch is gone. Yeah, but the only thing is that my dad was the biggest crutch of all. And my dad was such an encourager. Grace, you got this. You could do this. You know, my mama, she was like, I don't know if he called you. Girl, you sure about that? Big Tub was like, no, you got this. You got this. God called you to this.
Right.
It's three of us. It's four of us. It's three of us as pastors.
Really?
My brother, my sister's a pastor up north, and me down here.
So the next episode, when we have you come back, we're going to have all the pastors.
Oh, yeah, we can.
We can do that?
We can.
Please bring
Oh,
them
definitely.
on.
Absolutely.
We can do that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, my brother be here.
Unc could be here.
Shout out for his birthday.
Shout out. Shout out to Unc. Birthday.
Happy birthday.
We ain't gonna tell
He'll
Unc
be
name.
60.
We ain't going to say Unc name.
Oh, Randall O'Gord.
O'Neal.
As they say, Bishop.
Senior.
Yeah, senior. Yeah, so he'll be here in September. If that's something we can set up, oh, for sure.
Y'all got some time. We got you.
Yeah.
So we went through the tough times. Now the pastor's here.
Now we're here.
We've asserted that I am the one who's been gifted with the word, and I'm here to pass it on. Right?
Yeah.
So what would you say are the best things about being a pastor? The benefits or the perks or the joys that you find of being a pastor?
When you see people make it. Not financially, that's a blessing too, but emotionally. When you see people come up out of depression, addiction, childhood curses, things that you dealt with all your life and all it took was a word. To tell people, no matter what walk of life you go through, you can make it. you'll survive any storm.
That's beautiful.
You can make it. And I think I'm not a religious kind of pastor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna beat you down about your sin.
Okay.
You know, so every Sunday we come in here, and if I gotta beat you down, different pastors do different things, but somewhere I have to include your soul in that.
Yeah.
But God gives you the wisdom on how to do that. Now I can't tell you how to go out and make $1 billion, and then you turn around, because then there's a scripture that says, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?"
Which is true.
So now your soul messed up. But all I taught you is how to survive depression. So once you come out of depression, once you come out of things, there's still something that you have to give hope to make people grab on and say, even in a hopeless situation, I got hope.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because it's so many sicknesses in the land, like cancer, but how we grew up, we believed in miracles.
Yeah.
Right.
People don't believe in miracles no more. I believe in supernatural things happening in your life. I just believe, and the power of life and death is in the tongue. So my words are powerful. So whatever I say, that's what it's going to be.
Right.
So it's a lot of people, even when they come in here with cancer, anything, I always say, but God called you healed. Or I'll say, when you go back to the doctor's report will say, we didn't see what we thought we saw. It's something different. But first you have to speak the word and let the word go out in the atmosphere
That's right.
for things to happen.
Yeah.
Like, even with the jobs and the dreams that you have, to me, you have to speak it, and don't be afraid to speak it. So many times we're afraid to speak it because it never happened in Kankakee before.
Right.
Well, that's a good place for it to happen.
The best place for it. to
Yeah,
happen.
God will send you somewhere and have you talking a language because you've never spoken it before, and He'll teach you the power of words for His glory.
Yeah.
And He'll set you up. People be like, "How did you get that job?" I have no clue.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's favor,
Right.
and they love to say favor ain't fair. Sure it is.
Yeah.
Completely understand.
Yeah, favor is fair. It's fair. You know, we get with cliches and we just rest on them. Nah, favor ain't fair. Yeah, it is. Favor is definitely fair to me.
It's all how you use your faith.
It's all in how you use
We
your
all have
favor.
gifts that we were given that we're supposed to use.
All have gifts we were given.
so-
That's why they always say the graveyard is full of gifts.
Great.
And I believe that.
Yeah. This
The,
is true.
the graveyard is the wealthiest place in the world.
So our young man right here, I'm gonna call him young man now. 'Cause he the youngest right now.
What's up? What's good?
He done had many jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Many places.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one thing I had to give him, that there is no fear there. Like you said, we use
Yeah.
gifts. So he jumps forward and he goes ahead. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, on God.
that one time on the show, because we in the church and I want to do you
I
right.
appreciate you, because you
I wanna
don't
show you a
normally
little
do
love.
this.
I can't wait to cut the show
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
No, but she right, though, bro. Speaking it, you got to say it, bro.
And some people never get on camera because nobody get an opportunity to give on. I love what y'all doing. Like, I'm just going, all they can say is no.
from you. Right?
All they could say is no.
You know what I'm saying? But at least take that leap of faith and just do it. I believe in leaps of faith. I do.
We took a leap of faith jumping in your inbox asking you to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and I
Because
was
you could have
like,
been like, no, Martha, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna do this.
Yeah.
But you
That's-
said yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. You know what's funny? I don't let them go live on Sundays in
See?
here.
Crazy.
I'd be like, cameras off. We don't do live in here. And I think it's because I have a different type of service. I really have a deliverance service.
Yeah.
And to me, when you go live, people feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
because now we're staged and we're putting on a performance and everybody just going to sit here. So however you came, that's how you're going to
how
leave.
you gonna leave.
Because I didn't feel the freedom without being on camera
Right.
that I could just come to the altar and I tell them the altar is like a magnet. Whatever you come to the altar, sometimes we have midnight prayer. Yeah, when we come to the altar and we just pray. And we set it up directly for the services for Sunday that's coming. And then what happens is I always tell them, you don't have to tell me what's going on. Because I ain't going to tell you what's going on with me. Only thing is I got the mic. And I'm a very transparent pastor. You know, I said, look, this how hard it's been on me. But the altar is for everybody. It's for everybody. And there's still
I've
room.
never heard that approach raw. I like that.
Yeah, there's still
Very
room
much.
at the altar for everybody until God comes back. He on his way back, I believe that. I believe that's why the world is so cold now.
So the setup is happening, huh?
Oh yeah, the setup is happening. But Jesus is soon to return. I believe that. And I believe that we have so many distractions and so many things going on and so many things with all these viruses and the pandemic. Do I believe in them? I definitely believe in them. But I still also believe that he's showing the believers
There's something more.
it's something more to this.
Right.
And y'all need to go out in the highways and byways and compel men to come to me. The thing is that, let me see, I'm going to fix this right. If you don't be careful, church could turn into a cult.
No, for real.
So,
It's just
I got a
us,
story.
just us 10. Nobody else could come in. And then when we look at people come in, we looking at them like, why you
Looking at
here?
Crazy. Yeah.
It's the church. It's open.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm kind of like how calm you see me right now. I'm nothing like this one.
You definitely
I
don't
am
see
so,
nervous.
I am so
You
wild.
definitely stole the
And,
show.
I am so wild and crazy on Sundays, though. I might speak in tongues 500 times, turn around, and then I have some awesome musicians.
Okay. You want to shout out your musicians?
Melvin, Marcus, and Matt.
Shout out to McGill.
Oh,
For sure.
my God. I have some awesome
That's
musicians.
what's up.
Yeah.
We need
And
y'all on the show.
get
God.
this. They've been with me since I started.
Yeah?
Since day one. I told my husband, I said, you got to get Melvin. That's what I said. I said, I'll do it if Melvin comes. He was like, what, Grace? Because I know what type of, you didn't know my dad, so Mateo knew my dad. I'm a Jubilee preacher. What that means is I'm a praiser.
Okay.
So I have like, wow.
There's emotion and
service.
antics.
Right. I can't stand a dragon service. You playing like, get up, because that would drive me nuts. So he talked to Melvin. Shout out to Mel. He talked to Mel, and Mel said, who is that? Melvin didn't know who I was.
Right.
He was like, okay. So Melvin talked to Marcus, the drummer.
Right.
And Marcus,
I know Matt Marcus. Really
and Marcus was like, who? He was like, come on, bro, let's go over here.
Oh, yeah.
They came that one Sunday and they've been coming ever since.
That's love.
And then Matt wasn't with us at first. I think Matt didn't come to Matt only been, 2 years? 2 or 3 years? So Matt didn't come right away. He let them get the feel out. Like, y'all go ahead and get the feel out.
Let me know.
So it was me,
Let me know.
Marcus on the drums, Melvin, the keyboard, and Jimmy, my husband, played the guitar.
He been playing the guitar.
He
man,
been
for
playing
a
that guitar
long
right.
time.
They tearing it up, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Still
So we gel together so tough that it's hard for me to even preach somewhere else. Like,
If they're not there with you.
ooh.
Well, they know your cues and your moves.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And I always tell them, y'all bully me on Sundays. I didn't
be
feel
hyping
like
you up.
shouting sometimes. They be
Hyping
like,
you up.
bully.
Hyping you up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hyping you up.
like, let's go. You taking too long
yeah.
to get down the road here.
Turning
Yeah.
you
Jump
up.
right in it, huh?
Yeah. They be like, what you doing? No, what you doing? I don't feel like it. Yeah, let's get it cracking. Yeah.
Turning you up.
Turning me all the way up.
Right.
Oh, they turns me all the way up.
So, it is believed in Kankakee that for minors, for children, there's not a lot of stuff to do around here. What does your church, or other churches if you have it as well, what do they offer to help bring children from off the streets, to give them some type of education or encouragement, some type of entertainment or excitement?
So check this out. This is another moment here in my life. I worked for Cigna. I'm gonna answer your question, okay? I worked for Cigna for 13 years. I left there and went to Aqua, the utility company, for 12 years. And then the school pulled at me about a youth empowerment program.
Okay.
I had no idea it was that much stuff that they're doing for young people at this school. So,
Shout out to the superintendent.
yeah, the Lord told me to say yes. Here I go again. But I'm comfortable. But you're not doing nothing that I told you to do. So really, I had nothing set up, because keep in mind, I'm healing. So for 7 years, I'm healing, but I have nothing in place for the young people, nothing in place for the women. We started a singles ministry at the church.
We're going to go there in a second.
Okay.
I got that question for you.
We started a singles ministry, but nothing really for the young people. So I started praying and asked God, okay, God, where do we go from here? Because really everybody is so selfish in their own world that, and young people is my thing.
Yeah, this is true.
Young people is my thing. So here's God again. I got to make you think outside the box because you are definitely in the box thinker. So I'm going to move you from where you at, where you comfortable at. Now I'm going to put you in the school district as many young people as you want.
Nothing happens in that comfort zone. You
Nothing.
understand?
Nothing. So now he's pulling me out, and even like with y'all, where you think you being security, and where you're being even with the communication thing. So many times we're missing the young people because some of them are homeless. Now that I've only been in it for 2 weeks, and sometimes I leave work and I have a headache because now I'm overwhelmed. Like, okay, God, which one? Where do I go? What's my lane in this?
Yeah.
Tell me what my lane is, because I don't want to like get somewhere and scare everybody. Be like, the Lord told me, and they be like, who told you? But I believe they knew who I was before they called me.
Right.
They had
And I
to.
believe they know it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
And it's nothing in the natural, because I plan on helping as many as I can help. They have me with the youth. It's the Youth Empowerment Program. But get this, it's not for just District 111. Now I'm hooking up with people in the community.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? See, I didn't know it was that wide. I didn't. They hook you up with different people in the community to say, we can direct them here. But it's your job. Now I pray. So I was wondering why the Lord kept speaking to me and say, discipline and consistency. Because after you direct them, you still have to be consistent with follow through.
To see if they
That's
learn.
what
See if
children
they
love
doing
most.
what.
Yeah.
See if they doing what you told them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Bible even says, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. So if you can't help the kids, you really ain't doing nothing.
Completely. Yeah,
See, because what we got for church and what we said is, we ain't doing nothing it was designed to do.
So I was.
That's my belief.
Right.
Because he said, when I was hungry, did you feed me? When they was naked, did you clothe me?
Oh God.
When they was thirsty, did you even give me water, or was you so into yourself that you missed God? Because you got God looking one way, and He coming a totally different
Totally
way.
different. Huh?
Yeah.
Totally
So my prayer every day is, help me to see the God in this. Some people think I'm crazy because everybody got something to say about the district. Everybody got something to say about the superintendent. Everybody. Here's the thing, though, because I'm gonna say it because I'm a black woman in Kankakee. They don't. It's not really for a black woman to pastor here.
Okay.
That's the hardest thing.
You think so?
Oh, for sure it is. You don't get invited to no other churches because you're not going to stand up in my pulpit. You'll stand on the side, but you'll never stand in my pulpit.
So it's really that big of an ego, even in the place where you're supposed to get help at.
Yep. But nobody know it because you never know what happened behind closed doors with leadership.
Wow.
It's rougher than everybody ever think it is. That's why I pray for Dr. Walter so much.
That's our girl. We love that.
Yeah, because of what happened behind the scenes. Because she got a family. She dealt with her husband passing. It's a lot that goes. I have to make sure my kids have problems. So everybody think, but yeah, you took this job. And yeah, I did. And I'm doing the best. Who have you seen in Kankakee turn the schools around to even look like they look?
Or how the programs that they have.
Even with the Youth Empowerment Program. That's a powerful program. I didn't know it was that powerful. I didn't.
Can you explain to us a little bit more in detail about the Youth Empowerment Program?
So the Youth Empowerment Program, it has parts for the parents.
Okay.
It has parts for the young people. That's mentorship. They have a remote control car. Aaron Clark. Shout out to Aaron. Pastor Aaron. He at the City Life, but he also does a lot with the Youth Empowerment Program. I was reading up on that the other day, and it was saying, what's all the parts you need for the remote control to even work? You need the battery, you need to control. It was saying everything you need, and it was comparing it to what you need in life. It's just not one thing to make life work.
Right.
You got to know which angle to go with life to make it
Right.
work. When I was reading that, I was like, that's why it's called a remote control program. Yeah,
That's dope.
and they deal with different
That's
people
dope.
in the community. They're so tough. He has a program that I think, I don't know if this is the only one in the nation, because I don't want to quote it wrong, but it's where the older kids mentor the younger kids, and they do something with toys
Okay.
to interact with them to find out what their triggers are. They actually, the first week I was at the high school. They actually was doing a video on it.
Really? So how does a parent, obviously this sounds like an amazing program, everybody's child wants to be in.
Yeah,
How does a parent find out about this?
actually, that's what I was asking. I
Okay.
said, so how many kids are in it? They said 600 or something kids are in it. Check this out. They even have a program with the kids work.
Yeah,
At
she
the
was
high
telling us
school.
about that.
Yeah, the kids actually work. They put in time sheets. You're
They
teaching
get
them
paid
how
a
to
little
show.
bit of money,
They
too.
get paid.
She said it was 15 an hour.
15 an
Hello,
hour, bro.
I didn't know if I could say that. Thank you.
You can?
$15 an hour.
Stop. it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
Yeah.
one of his jobs soon.
I'm trying to tell you.
yeah. I'm telling you.
17.
I'm
Save
telling
all
you.
this off.
Yeah,
Give me another one.
Yeah.
You got Chick-fil-A
yeah.
somewhere.
Mr.
Yeah.
Dusty, I
So,
think you in the wrong
and it's
place.
teaching them right, and it's teaching them how to be responsible,
Yeah,
Okay.
early.
how to come to work on time, how to be where you said you're gonna be in the time that you said you was gonna be there,
How to read a check.
how
They
to read
definitely
a
need to learn
check.
How to read it.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. It's teaching them a lot of things that you. I believe in life. There's just me. You plant seeds.
Okay.
And you, sometime before a seed grows, 9 times out of 10, I have a mustard seed that I pass out to the church. I have it in a little small jar. Because if you read the Bible, Matthew 17, and I believe it's the 25th, 26th verse, somewhere in there, it says, if you have the faith, the size of a mustard seed grain, check this out. You can say to the mountain, be thou removed, and it have to be removed because you believed.
Just from the smallest of things.
From the small stuff. So I believe with all my heart, I believe in planting seeds. Now, I tell my church this all the time. In planting the seed, when you plant it in the dirt, you don't see nothing happening going up because the roots are getting deep.
Right.
So you never know how deep your roots are really growing. And then when you see the little spuds coming up, you'll say, oh, something happening there. But you don't know that because you don't see the roots that's going down.
Right.
Now, dirt is actually good for a seed. And all we are is a hunk of dirt. Because in the dirt, you're going to return back
That's
to
right.
it.
This is true.
So you ain't
That's
nothing
right.
but a hunk of dirt. So if I plant the right seed in a hunk of dirt, it got to grow.
Because you were nothing but the
true.
fuel for the seed.
That's all I am.
Definitely true.
That's beautifully said.
One plants, one water, but only God give the increase. I'm so used to seeing you get when the increase gonna happen,
Yeah.
the increase ain't up to you, the increase is up to God.
It's true.
Right.
And check this out, I might not ever see the increase because God might tell you move to Japan somewhere.
That's
But I
true.
have to know what I did was I did my part in the planting season. I have to know that. I have to know I did my part. Yeah. That's why people get messed up because you know you really didn't do your part.
I can see how that creates a lot of conflict between other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get, bragging rights.
Ego.
She only turned around when I did this. No, she turned around in God's timing. You were just a part of the timing, that's all.
That's part of your purpose.
That's part of your purpose.
I don't know why you brag. You're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
That was part of your plan. That was part of your purpose. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you shot no more.
I
know, yeah,
really
see,
not.
y'all
I said once I get into it, I was gonna be into
Once
it.
Cuz fell asleep.
Yeah.
Cuz fell asleep, you woke up.
She always so much sleep. Always wrapped up sleep.
So you say you have a couples program, a singles program. I'm sorry.
I should say
My apologies.
singles, no
Single
couples.
program. My apologies.
We ain't got there yet.
Okay, it's in the works.
Yeah,
We gonna
that's
work on
something
it.
we need to
Yeah.
do. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna
Singles.
bring it back on my apologies. Uno, singles.
One.
That's right.
Okay.
So you say you have a program for that, huh?
Yeah, we have a singles ministry.
Okay, that's beautiful. So what is your belief and your views on marriage? What are your views and beliefs on divorce, coming from the church and being a pastor?
Coming from the church?
Yeah, because you speak for the church.
I'm gonna be honest. With marriage, I think that we go in it wrong because we're thinking about the day, and we're not thinking about the life of it. Because it's a serious vows
Okay.
you make before God.
So can you maybe give examples of what you mean? We're not
richer-
pointing anybody out. Nobody in the singles
for
program.
better or for better or for worse, for richer or for poor. Let's put it like this: I'm on my second marriage.
Okay.
My first one, I wasn't mature enough to handle it because I was an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You gonna do it, I can do it better.
Right.
Cause ain't no man gonna walk over me. You ain't gonna think you gonna mess around on me. Oh, you get somebody on the side, I'm gonna get somebody on the side. Yeah, child. Now we got a whole whirlwind
situation.
going. We got a whole
Check the load a
situation.
little bit when you say that.
Yeah. Instead of me, because if we're going to be spiritual about it, somebody got to be praying.
Yeah.
Right.
And somebody can't be selfish. Because check this out. When I married you, I never found out what your generational curse was.
This is true.
So sooner or later, what was in you going to pop up.
We just had this conversation.
But it's always after we get married.
After you get together.
You know,
Yeah.
you shacking with him, it don't
Yeah.
never pop up.
Never.
You get married to him, you're looking like, what?
You said the same thing
So
earlier.
everything you said, I was just
Man,
feeling him earlier
and I'm steady
today.
telling him like, you
Oh,
still
yeah.
gotta try, bro. You still, but you just said the same thing. This man
Yeah,
just
when
said.
you shacking, for some reason it never
Just never come out.
come out.
Never
We don't
come
live
out.
But when you marry, and I believe because when you get married, it becomes a covenant. So you become as one.
Okay.
Now, you don't become as one right away. It's like a braid. The more hair you're adding, the thicker it gets.
This is true.
And the thing is that you don't become one the day you become married. They love to say, the day you got married, the day you become one. No, that's the day you said the vows.
Okay.
It takes years to become one. Like me and my husband been together this year, 22 years. We've been married.
22.
We shacked for 4.
I don't like myself for a week. I don't know how you do it.
You know what I'm saying? So we've been together 26 years. But when we first met, he was coming out of a bad one. I was coming out of a bad one.
Yeah.
So that caused us to link up to talk about the bad.
The bad stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in my mind, I'm still not getting married. I don't care how bad this gets. And check this out. I was still doing praise and worship. I was still coming in church, but nobody knew we was shacking because that's a part of my life I had hid. Now, this is what I believe. I heard a lady named Pastor Andrew Ray say this one time, Dr. Andrew Ray. And ever since she said this, I was like, that do make sense.
Okay.
If I'm in the club and we wonder why we hook up with people, it's because a lot of times I'm not hooking up with the way you look, our spirits are hooking up. Because we have kindred spirits.
We in the same
So
spot,
you be looking
doing the
like,
same thing. Yeah.
like, how they together?
Yeah.
It's not the physical look that you're looking at.
Yeah.
It's the spirits that get entwined with each other. So many times, because, men don't try to talk to me.
Okay.
And it's not like I'm bougie or I give you that look like I wish you would say something to me. It's not like that. It's because they spirit can connect to who I am.
Now, that makes
Because
sense.
I'm not dead, you're not dead. When somebody look good, you be like, that's a nice looking man.
Yeah.
But you have to know how to say that's a nice looking man and turn your head because, am I saying it because, or I can say, now that's a nice looking man. Because our spirits just connected to each other.
Right.
Have you ever been somewhere and you could link out with somebody and you just turn and be like,
Yeah.
Because thank you. Because the spirits connect.
Yeah, they already, they tell you something you don't even know.
Yeah.
Time.
All the time.
I tell you quick, no, I don't want to go in because if I go in, we ain't leaving. I
Yeah.
already feel it. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's my spirit. We're both spirits.
And here's the thing, we don't learn how to discipline ourselves to say, okay, he in my inbox. But for some reason, a woman think I can flirt with it and don't think I'm going to get spiritually connected to it. You're already spiritually connected to it.
Right.
That's why you have to discipline yourself to say,
not even
no,
started. Yeah.
I ain't going to even play this game.
Especially if y'all ain't connecting off top.
But you deal with a spirit of rejection so much. You're so used to men dogging you and hurting you and rejecting you that you start wondering, what is it about me that I can't get that right connection? What is it about me that you got to have an affair on me? Am I not good enough?
Right.
Yeah, you're good enough and some. It's just multiple spirits that he's working with. And you never got to the root of it because you were so busy saying, oh, this going to be my man. No, them going to be your spirits.
I think we live in a day and age where people rush because they want that old thing.
Yeah.
Right? So you live in the 50s and 60s, you know, y'all 17 years old, y'all become sweethearts. He go off to war or he go off to the service and he come back in 4 years and y'all get married because you waited him out.
Yeah.
But people aren't like that no more
But
because
check
they're
this
so
out.
exposed.
Check this out. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Did you really wait it out?
No, y'all didn't even
Nah, you ain't waited out. You probably was seeing blowjob while he was gone. To the
this day and
eyes.
age for sure.
Bam.
That's all I'm going to say.
This day and age for
I can't
sure.
say it in here, but
How, you can't in your way. You gotta say it.
that's
That's-
sauce, my boy.
This day, you know why? Because we got the social media and everybody know about it.
exposure.
Check this out. They did the same thing back then. They just had some kind of dignity with it.
Right,
They had affairs back then.
right,
They just had some, you ain't gonna know they having one.
Right.
right.
Now you be like showing somebody else hand. I'm with him tonight.
But at the
Who?
same time, back then,
Who you with tonight?
that's hilarious. At the same time, back then, the exposure wasn't there. So you lived in Kankakee.
Exactly.
You might meet somebody, you know, the neighboring town. You know, nowadays.
The neighboring town, right here next door. What you
I'm
talking
saying
about?
you might. I'm really reaching.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you know, they being flown out now. You know, hey,
I'm
gonna
saying
fly
flued
you-
out.
Flued
Flued
out.
out. Hey.
And then
I'm
think
gonna
it's
fly you all the way
okay.
across the
Flew
country
out.
over here.
But check this out. I believe in this. You got to pay for every little thing. You gonna reap what you sow.
You ain't joking.
We like to need that out the Bible.
Sevenfold.
We like to just take this.
Sevenfold.
look
I
here.
pay it 2 weeks. For
You know
what
what I'm
I-
saying?
For what I sold.
You know what I'm saying?
So I already know.
You know what I'm
Shout out to my reaps and souls. Both of y'all. I already know. I'm
Name
paying
them
for
all.
both of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You gonna pay. But then this is what I like about it. You can live your life. Now this is gonna sound real crazy, but you can't live your life like you're paying.
This is no, you're right.
Because a lot of times we carry it and we'll beat ourselves up.
You be bitter.
You
Be
man,
bitter. And the bitter don't get blessed.
Man.
I'm already,
Come
that's why I
on,
be
dog.
happy. That's why I'm happy to
You-
pay my reaps.
Yep.
It's sold.
But you be bitter,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's unforgiveness, and there's so many things that's happening that you lose who you really are and what your purpose really is in life because you hit some bumps in the road.
Mm-hmm. Can't
So,
live like that.
my mentor, Chris Calmeese, give you a shout out.
Shout
Come
out.
on.
That's my boy. So you know
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah.
Everybody know Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody know
He
Chris.
gonna be on here soon.
Okay.
So he once told me that my problem was that I wouldn't take the lesson and leave. I would take the lesson and keep going through the experience.
Yeah.
Sometimes we got to be able to take the lesson and walk off. Okay, the stove is hot. I don't have to keep touching the stove or looking at the flame
Yeah.
to remember it's hot.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm by the stove. Cool, it's hot, and I can keep moving.
Yeah.
So he had to tell you that.
He had to tell me. You
Oh,
may have
okay.
tried to tell me that a long
Oh,
time
we-
ago.
oh,
But when
okay.
you had told me,
Yeah.
you had said it.
Yeah.
You ain't said it right.
Okay, first off. It's
So,
all about
yeah.
delivery.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know that with me.
This is true. This
Yeah.
is true. Because I done told you that forever.
I'm like that
Young,
too.
Since
young
pregnant.
Hollywood was real thickhead.
Yeah.
But that's true though.
But you know what?
Ooh.
The hardest thing to life, to me,
Mm-hmm.
is letting go.
Think so?
No, that's the easiest thing for me.
I think
don't
that's
know
the
why
hardest
it's so
thing.
hard.
It's hard for me.
I love it. I'm
to
like
let go.
Elsa.
But I think
I'll let it go in a minute.
I think it's hard for me to let go because I get comfortable and I don't like change.
I mean, I don't either. I don't like change. I like being in my own little zone. But
And then it might be hard for me because I don't want to face the accountability of where I messed up at.
sometimes you just gotta be like,
When you
all
face
right,
that accountability, like,
You just
this is
gotta
where I
hit it.
messed up at, hey, I gotta let go.
Sometimes you gotta take that L, my boy.
Yeah.
Change
And just keep it moving.
Change
Yeah,
the concept.
sometimes you just gotta take it.
Yeah.
Cause they gonna go.
On
Yeah.
this physical plane, change is the constant.
Yeah. You're right.
Every day you change a little
Right.
bit. Every day
Right.
you think a little different.
Yeah.
The people you connect with, one day might be this
Yeah.
person, the next day it's a whole nother crew you might be connected
Yeah.
with.
It's
You
all-
know, it's people who don't change.
Yeah.
They
But when
die inside a lot quicker.
I'm so tough with it though, when people start like, I'm looking to move here, I start distancing myself from them.
Really?
Mental.
Why?
Oh God, yes.
Why?
I don't.
Why can't you just go through the motion of it?
I know. I don't know.
It hurts.
Mentally, yeah. I start preparing myself mentally. Okay, they gonna leave. Then I'm acting like it's okay that you leave. Bye.
Right.
And really, really,
It's gonna hurt you.
It
the way
hurt, right.
right.
It's gonna hurt
I
you.
ain't
the way-
faking.
right. It's gonna
Either you
get
go
right.
through it and it hurt, and you take on the hurt.
Yeah.
You
Or
just
rise
add
back
on.
out, and now they got the hurt too.
Right.
Add no more hurt. You ain't
Right.
gotta do all that.
But I start letting go before you leave, like in that sense, like
Yeah.
okay. You
So for the
leaving?
show, you just finna let us go, is what you said.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
see you
God,
later.
that's pretty much how it's gonna work.
No, I'm enjoying myself, but okay, yeah.
Good,
I
good,
mean, if y'all take y'all show on the road, that'd be amazing.
The show is in a row. We're moving. We're
Yeah,
everywhere.
we everywhere.
Well, y'all
We
know.
shoot.
Driving
the
to
second
you.
show this week. Last week, next week.
And then yesterday, tomorrow.
Yesterday, tomorrow. That's how we talk here.
Oh, y'all got another
And the
one
show
tomorrow?
goes.
We got another one tonight, yesterday. Yeah.
Tonight?
Tonight
Yeah, we
and
had one
yesterday.
yesterday.
Who talking tonight?
We ain't gonna.
At 9 o'clock. Who
Unless you tell us who
talking?
your
What
cousin
time
is.
is that there? What time they say? Who talking after 9? That's what I want to know. What kind of old perverted show y'all doing? Because now I see the spirit of perversion. 'Cause
No.
Who talking at 9?
It's all gonna be some men. Ain't
That's
no
right.
perversion going on this one. No, don't speak that.
That like
now.
no, don't put that in the
We finna
atmosphere.
edit that out. You ain't
Words are
speaking that to us
powerful.
now.
We gonna edit it, okay?
I feel some ladies.
That was a joke.
It might be right for some ladies, but not no men's.
So you were talking about woman empowerment earlier. You did a lot of my topics, and I appreciate it. It's beautiful. It makes it
Flowing.
smooth.
It's doing what? Hold on, what it's doing, bro?
Smooth. It flows.
Yeah, I see. I see that little movie. I see that little movie you put in there.
That's how you do it.
Go ahead.
I love it. And I got the church fan, y'all, because I'm hot.
How does the Bible relate to the modern woman? Is what could the modern woman use from the Bible? Whatever you take from that statement, you can go in that direction.
I think what works then works now. I do. I just think that is because the Bible says, "Who can find a virtuous woman?" And I think we don't want to discipline ourselves in that because the Bible says, "I'm the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. I'm God, and I changeth not." The women back then, to me, in the Bible, they knew how to take care of their family.
That was the role.
They knew how to be that woman. They knew how to, no matter what come, no matter what go, this my man. Check this out. Esther saved her whole generation. Check this out. Rahab in the Bible was a prostitute. The men came to her city because they were spying out the city, because back then it was the wars. So they spied out the city. The two men came and he said, go spy out the city. When they came to the city, the talk was so big on their country was the ones that was going to get destroyed next. When the two men came, she said, you the spies they sent. And we know about your God. Y'all coming to take the city. She said, I know they saw you coming to the gate. So what I'm going to do, check it out. I'm going to hide you in my house. In the rooftop. I'm going to hide you. So when they come here, they won't find you, because if they find you, they're going to kill you.
Her too.
Exactly. So the men came and asked Rahab. We know them two men stopped by here, because of course she'd have found harlot, Utah prostitute. So they came by
You
here.
top dollar.
And she said they did, but they went that way. She said, if you keep going, speed up, you're going to catch them. Now they done spied the city. She let them out the rooftop. And she said, you go that way. Because there's no way to go that y'all going to meet up.
Right.
So by the time I send them where I sent them to, you'll get time enough to get out the gate. Check this out. So they said, okay. So she said, but do me a favor. When you come back, don't kill my family. Make sure you save my family. Because I know you coming back, and I know you see all the silver and gold in here, and I know y'all taking the good stuff, and I know it's going to be a war.
Leave us alone.
Leave us alone.
Save my family. Check it out. All the houses had to be alike. You know why? Because he said, I can't tell one house from another. So when we come back, here's your responsibility. You have to have everybody in the house that you won't save. But tie a knot in the window on the curtain. Hang it out the window so we can know this is the house not to destroy. You saved us, we'll do you a favor. We'll save your family. Her job as a woman was to get her whole family in the house when she knew the war was getting ready to start. She tied the knot. When they came in to destroy, they told them, they said, kill everything walking, but don't mess with the people in that house with the red knot. A woman did that.
It's tough. That's how strong that sauce is.
You
boy.
better talk about
I'm trying
it.
to tell you.
You better talk
I already
about
knew
it.
where it was going with it.
Right.
You better talk about it. And she saved her whole family.
Beautiful.
Esther
$40.
family, Esther cousin, you so ignorant. Esther cousin Mordecai, when they knew it was time to become queens and all that, he said, we got to get you in there because you got to save this whole generation. She had to go through a series of becoming a queen. She had to bathe in certain ointments. They had mentors to show them what to do, how to be a lady. Mordecai, for some reason, she lost sight of her purpose of why she was there. You're not here to be the queen for real.
Right.
You here to get with the king to tell him to save the generation.
Right.
You losing sight on who you are, boo-boo.
Play your role.
Right. He sent the word in there. He said, tell Esther, don't forget what she in there for. Because now she's starting to mingle with the rest of the people in there.
Doing too much.
You're doing too much. And now you done forgot about us. Esther said, if I perish, let me perish. But I'm going to see the king. Back then you had to have a certain time, you had to do certain things to see the king.
Right.
And if you went to go see the king, you're unannounced, you're going to get beheaded.
Oh, I'm going. She said, I'm going.
She took her chances to save her family and said, if I perish, I'm going to perish. I'm going to see him because I got a generation to save. And she did just that.
Tell you that sauce
So
popped up on them.
even if, exactly.
Popped up on them. Trench coat.
I need us saved.
I need us saved,
Yeah.
man.
Even with Ruth.
Boy.
Holla at me.
Yeah, with Ruth and Boaz, same thing.
Right.
Ruth and Boaz, same thing. Ruth told Naomi, your God gonna be my God, your people gonna be my people. Because her husband had died, and Naomi was her mother-in-law. There was two of them. The other one went back with her family because she gave permission. Look, I have nothing left in my womb. It ain't like I'm gonna have another baby, some more sons, and y'all gonna get them. So gonna do. And Ruth said, "Nah, your God gonna be my God. Your people gonna be my people. I'm going where you go."
Cuz.
Yeah,
Where we at?
What's up? Cuz?
exactly. And when they went back to Naomi's land, Naomi started asking her, "Where are you getting all this grain from?" She said, "I don't know. This man found favor in me, and I'm just graining with the rest of them." She said, "Who?" His name was Boaz, the richest man. She went from nothing to the richest man.
that thing
And Naomi started giving her instructions.
tell you.
Come on. And that's the thing. We don't want to take the instructions of the older women
Okay.
as to how to be great women.
That sauce tough too.
Shut up, fool.
He been messing with you this whole time.
Yeah.
I already know what
I'm
she's
like,
talking
shut
about.
up.
You know how to do.
Yeah.
If
So,
we was in the pews, I'd have pinched him like a
yeah. Yeah.
No, but she right.
So
though.
I think women in the Bible
Okay.
were more disciplined than we are, and they showed, if I'm allowed to say this, real love. Even with Moses' mom, she pushed him in the river to protect him because she knew they was coming to get the sons. She pushed him in the river. When she pushed him in the river, check it out, Pharaoh's daughter got him and said, "That's a baby in there."
I like this kid. Yeah.
And said, "Go find me a mother that can nurse him." And he went and got his mother.
Crazy
She knew
how
right
that
away.
worked. Crazy how that worked, man.
Man, the timing of God is
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I always say that. So women back then did whatever they had to do for the real sake of love.
Right.
Nowadays, we all for ourselves. We ain't doing it for the sake of nothing.
You got a comment on that?
No, she right. I think she right.
I ain't got no.
Totally right.
Yeah.
Totally right,
Yeah.
bro. But I think it's, I don't want to say it's harder now, but like you said, there's so much distractions and things that can deter you and get you off your spiritual and growing and all of that. That
I want to
About
stand
it.
up for the modern woman just a little bit, though. Because it's an age that's never been in. Women have never been this close to equality. In my mind, it's equal, right?
Yeah.
But women will say they're not still. So, but they've never been this close to equality. The voice has never been as strong or heard. So imagine having all of that confusion, and you with this person that's your equal. You don't know how to handle all of that.
Yeah.
That's a lot to handle.
Yeah.
So I try to have some type of sympathy or understanding when it comes to the modern woman with a lot of things. But again, I agree with you both.
Yeah.
You can still have real love.
Yeah.
You can still have true compassion. You
Yeah.
can still.
But you know what? I think with the modern woman, that becomes the jealousy and the fight. Because you're not going to tell me what to do. So much is not what I look like starting with the school, but I go in there and tell Dr. Walters, well, I see this wrong. I see you need to do this. Because, see, I've been pastor for 7 years. So I think you should do this. You think, or do I open up my brain cell and say, let me hear what they got to say. And let's figure out how can we work this collectively, but yet stay in my lane. You know, as a modern woman, you got to know when to shut up. It's not your job to come and fix anything.
Because the statement is always said, when I meet a man who lets me, who show me he's worthy of leading, it's kind of hard to show you I'm worthy of leading when you constantly rebelling me and fighting me on every single thing.
You still
Yeah.
talking.
After a while, I'm going to just let you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You still talking.
so many times, women, because we are such emotional beings, you have to think about it. We got hormones. We got a whole lot of things that go on the
I ain't
inside.
trying to hear none of
But
that.
listen.
I ain't trying to hear that, cuz.
But I wasn't finished.
No, bruh.
But listen to this. I got all this thing going on.
You good, go ahead. This is
I-
thing.
I got all this going on within me. Now, I say this all the time. This is what blessed me to mature
Okay.
as a woman.
Okay.
I finally came to the conclusion, I want my husband to do something for me that I'm not doing for myself. Show me you love me. Show me I'm number one. Show me I'm the priority. Show me. You ain't showing your own stuff.
You ain't
back.
showing yourself this stuff.
You
How
ain't-
you gonna tell me to do this for you? And you ain't even doing it.
And I want you to fix something that I'm not expressing what's wrong. Because right when you think you got it down pat,
Cause I'm gone.
we switch.
I ain't doing it. I can't do it,
Serious,
sister.
too.
So yeah, so I hear you. I can't get with that
I
emotional
think
stuff.
you-
I can't get
and-
jiggy with it, cuz. I
But
can't.
so you're going to have to find
I can't. I be
a
trying.
mature woman.
I be trying. Because look, I think when ladies are happy, you don't see none of that stuff. You ain't
That's
getting,
true.
You ain't getting cussed out.
That's
you ain't
true.
getting talked to right, cooked right, loved right. The minute y'all get mad, it's like you gotta start from ground zero to get back. I ain't got that kind of time, sister. And I be trying. But it's like,
How you
bruh,
trying?
I am.
I don't believe you
I
trying.
be trying. I do.
On
be
the
trying.
show, finally, somebody getting him in
I don't
together.
believe you trying.
I do be trying.
You would tell y'all no? Because
Uh.
right when I start talking about, no,
Because,
no,
man,
I ain't,
it
you didn't
seem
even know
like
what
that's-
road I was
That's
going
an
down.
excuse to me, because men can't say, "Oh, our emotions." Y'all ain't trying to hear that.
Cause y'all ain't got none.
We
Thank
definitely
you.
do.
Y'all don't care about none that we be going through.
definitely do.
Nothing.
No, I don't mean you don't have no emotions, but you don't have no emotions like that. You ain't got no hormones. You ain't got no womb. You ain't got no ovaries. You ain't got no tampons. You ain't got no pads. You ain't got no. You ain't got no cramps. Now on top of all that, with y'all emotions, our emotions, on top of everything you going through,
So y'all
I'm going
emotions
through,
are
but now
better than ours.
now I
pretty
got
much.
pain.
Y'all just got more.
It's going to
we
what
gotta
time
deal
of the
with.
month it is.
Nah, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. None of that. Treat me right all the time, or go on about your business. Cause I treat you right all the
Excuse me.
time.
No, you don't.
How come we don't?
Cause I can tell by the way you're talking.
Stop it.
No, y'all don't.
Stop it. How come we don't?
You tell me.
Ooh. I usually
I'm
break
trying
it
to
up.
tell you, but you won't let me tell you.
Listen, no.
You won't let me tell you.
You said treat me
You
right.
still ain't letting me
What
tell
we gonna do about love? Okay,
You still
tell
ain't
me.
letting me tell you.
Tell me. Tell
I just
me.
figure I don't think emotions should be an excuse to treat somebody bad. I just don't think that. I don't equate with that. Because when I'm emotional and I'm feeling the type of way, I'm not cussing and screaming and degrading who I'm with. We don't do that. Ladies do that all the time.
So
What ladies?
Some of them
Because
do
now
that.
I don't do that.
You probably don't now. You probably used to.
Degrade a man?
Have you ever disrespected a man where you were angry?
No.
Never.
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 No, never in
Never,
my life. You know
ever.
why? I've never seen it done.
Never.
Never. I've never degraded a
Because you be
man.
tripping on these dudes when you get mad.
Oh, I know she do.
But I'm saying,
I know
she probably got reasons for it. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. But some dudes.
The only reason is that you put your emotions in something that you went too fast. Let me tell you what I see.
Yeah.
What I do
you keep getting.
is that
We can do this.
y'all lead us to
cool.
y'all
We
lead
good.
us to a certain area,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and then it's like y'all let the bottom fall out of it.
Man, do you know why sometimes we let
Why?
the bottom?
Tell
Because
me.
sometimes we be looking like we'll see something like you said. You give somebody, then you get with them, and you see something. You be like, oh Lord, you ain't showed me she be doing this. You ain't showed me she like to fight. You ain't showed me she like to talk crazy like this when she mad. So we got to deal with that, and still trying to love you at the same time.
So
That's
imagine
hard.
having emotions. What the new thing is, men need to say how they feel. Men need to speak their mind. We can't. We can't.
Like she just said, we ain't got no emotions.
So listen, you dating
Y'all
a guy.
already think we talking crazy
For both y'all.
anyway.
No.
come back with
Let
me.
me fix this. Let me fix
Give me a
this.
second. 1 second. Let me go with it. I promise you.
Okay,
Right?
go ahead. Cause I
So
wanna-
y'all dating a guy, right?
right,
Okay.
Right.
Everything is going real smooth.
right.
Did he come and tell you something he's frustrated about that you caused, but you ain't doing on purpose? What's your reaction gonna be? Y'all already mad. Y'all thinking about it, trying to not make it mad. You're gonna spin it around and give it back to us as anger. So we came to you and said, hey,
Right.
I don't like the way you spilled that. You ain't wiped that up correctly. You bring that back to us as anger.
Why you ain't just clean it up?
So now you have emotions
Why?
against me.
It ain't that
when
serious.
I came to you and talked to you.
I can't even talk to you.
I can't talk to you because I regularly get this. I gave you the weakest example, but that is across the board regular.
Man.
The next time your husband comes to you, the next time the guy you talk to come to you and he say a problem, I want you to realize what your first reaction is. You instantly go to defend yourself and get angry.
You're
And
right.
you spew it
Yeah,
out
right.
at the
You're
man.
right.
And it may not
You
even
spew
be.
it out at
right.
the man. He go,
We
wait
may
a
not-
minute, I just came real calm with
And we
this.
might not even be tripping.
But
After
no,
you do that to me 5 or 6 times, I ain't gonna tell
it's
you nothing.
according to how you kind of.
Hey, Mitch.
I can only speak for me and Jimmy Smith.
There we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Jimmy is the type. He's OCD. He's clean, and I could tell when he get frustrated, like if he leaves the shoes somewhere, if he leave, the way he start throwing stuff around. So to me, it ain't what you say; it's how you say it.
Okay.
Now, when we come, he'd be like, Grace, can you just move the shoes from in front of the door?
Calm and cool.
And he like, okay. But now you're talking to me when you're mad. Grace, yo, get the shoes from in front of the door.
So you
Don't come at
talking-
me like that.
You talking a length of time of being together. So it's
Yeah.
one of those things you should already know who I am type thing.
Right.
I'm guessing that's where he coming from.
Right.
But I bet in the beginning he was like, hey, Grace, baby, you grab the shoes.
Oh, nice.
Check this out.
Oh, nice
In the
and
beginning,
lovely.
no,
I'm gonna put the shoes up for you, baby.
in the beginning, Jimmy Smith, he did it all.
Yeah.
So if I'm so used to you doing it all, now all of a sudden, so when you change that, you start picking up the shoes.
I don't know. I can't speak on that.
Yeah.
I was once that guy though. I was
But you
once
see
that
what I'm
guy.
saying?
I was once the
And
guy
I
who made
think-
sure the gas.
Nah, but you know, no. What it is?
Cleaning it out.
Nah,
No,
bro.
and I think
Nah,
we get
bro.
mad when y'all switch.
Nah, bro, but
Do
listen,
you know
but
why I switched?
Because you
while I-
saw the girl at Superior.
No, I'm not that guy.
not even that.
You wanna know
No.
what's
I'm joking.
Not even
What's
that.
for me is this. Quit doing all of that. Come back over here and lay with me. No. Because if I start doing that, I'm going to slack over here. And I don't want to slack over here. You don't deserve that. No, I don't want to do that to you. No. Come over here. It's just one time. I'm trying to tell you. Okay.
It ain't even
It
about,
happened again.
but it ain't even
It
about
happened
slacking,
again.
bro.
After a while, I'm like, no, I don't even want to do that. I'm over here with you. That's what we doing. That was my thing. You took it from me. I asked you multiple times, like, hey.
I wouldn't
let me
even
have
say
my
that. I
thing.
wouldn't even
Let
say
me
that,
have
bro.
my-
I wouldn't even say
Every
that.
time.
I wouldn't
For
say
me.
that.
Every time.
I say, only thing I'll be like, ladies be wanting consistency from us all the time, like you just said, right?
Right.
But y'all ain't consistent. No, y'all not.
And anything.
How you
Ladies ain't
figure that?
consistent. Ladies aren't consistent day by day. Y'all go through different feelings and emotions all
You're
day.
right.
So y'all ain't
You're
consistent at all
You right.
in
No,
life.
you right.
But y'all want us to be consistent every time.
We're not consistent in life.
You wake
Y'all
up
not.
angry?
We're not.
So
When the
how
last
can
time you by yourself, you woke up angry?
never?
We don't wake up with
Never.
extra emotions. We wake up.
Never.
You just told me you wake up angry.
She do.
Never.
We don't have that.
Never.
So imagine you wake up normal and all of a sudden, oh,
This mug angry. You wake up
or a
happy.
dream or something. I don't even know how you got there.
So you starting out in because you starting the day off
That's true.
inconsistent.
That's true.
But the
I'm
minute-
not
but the
gonna lie.
minute I don't
some
put-
mornings I wake up, Jimmy just look at me and I ain't saying good morning or nothing. I'm just
Bruh, what's
and
wrong with
I
you?
went to bed fine.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Because
We
I don't
even
want to get up.
understand. So we leave you alone and we get in trouble because we left you alone. Well, why you go away?
Because
Had a
you
little
woke up
attitude.
looking crazy.
Give you your space.
So that's my only thing
And
with
it just
ladies
snowballs.
too.
That's a regular thing.
Cause like the little stuff you can deal with, but that consistency thing is big for me. Because I try to be consistent as I can, but we lack. We regular. We human.
That's
we fall
true.
off. Ladies don't like when we lack, but ladies lack all the time. We just don't say nothing because we don't care about that stuff. So when a lady be big on consistency, I ain't trying to hear that because you ain't consistent. I never met a consistent woman who do the same thing all the time every day. Y'all don't. Y'all don't.
How
But-
often you change your hair? How often you change your hair?
I'm saying y'all can barely pick a restaurant to eat at. But you want to eat? I don't know. I'm hungry, but I don't know where I want to eat.
This ain't a woman attack.
I don't know, but I know I want to eat, but I don't know where I want to go.
And every place.
Shout out because I know that's real. I know I want to eat. I know I want to eat something.
Look, Neil.
I just don't know where I want to go. I want to go shopping, but I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to pick. Ladies go through the whole store and just pick stuff, put it back.
I'm gonna go on and move on because I feel like he get me and I don't want him to do that.
No. Because you better believe I'm soaking it all in.
A relationship as well.
Hold on, our
I
camera
think
lady.
no. I'm gonna answer. I think ladies are more consistent with men than they are themselves. Like y'all be consistent with us, or try to be on top, because ladies don't want to be that. Oh no, I don't want my man
Initially.
tripping.
Initially.
Initially, I mean even prolonged, whatever the type of woman is.
Okay.
But when it's herself, y'all ain't consistent with y'allself at all.
So you
That's
rather
right.
them be consistent with you
First.
than me.
First,
Right.
yeah. So you don't have that unrealistic expectation that I'm finna be perfect all the time, because I ain't. Because you ain't perfect. But ladies who don't think like that think they perfect, get these dudes and want us to be. Nah, baby, that ain't me. I'm a mess up. I'm gonna tell you off top, I'm a mess up. But you gonna mess up too.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
I'm just not finna be that rah you. Nah, you messed up. We gonna figure it out and go about our business. So when I get the other type who ain't like that, that's when I can't. I can't.
He just need a woman with a
can't.
little bit more patience.
A little
That's
bit more
all.
chill. But
Little more patience.
ladies don't be patient when they mad, bro. Show me a patient woman when she mad. Alright. Alright, next question. Next question.
Again, I said the modern woman.
Next question.
She deal with a lot.
Man,
And
that's
I understand. So I
next
stood up for
question. Next question.
But you have to give it to me. You have to say the modern woman is totally different from the women.
Back then.
Back in the day.
Yes.
that. Oh, for sure. The
Yes.
woman we were raised to look for.
It's
is not
pros.
the
It's pros and
modern
cons to
woman.
both, though.
Yeah, it
And I'm not
is.
It's
saying
pros and
it's a-
cons to
yeah.
both.
It is.
And we
not a
ain't
negative
knocking the
thing.
women. I know
Not
I
at
wouldn't look
all.
too hard, but don't kill me in the comments.
Tear him up.
not at all. But I think they were a little bit more different. Because society, because now with the modern woman, we put up with a whole lot less than when we used to. Yeah.
And on the flip side, it's hard for a woman to understand what her equality is because she's been a boss. She's been in charge. And it's really hard for her to understand. She got to share those reins.
But now you just as hard as a man, but you want me to love you like a woman. Make up your mind which one we gonna do.
Bro, but I can't love no woman that's hard like a man.
I can't.
Even in your emotions and everything, you hard like a man. You just like
up, baby.
now you got everything all built up in you. Now you like and actually we treat our men like you're equal to me.
As you are. In the modern world.
Not like that.
Yeah, in the modern world.
Yeah.
You are. We are equal, but that has killed so many relationships because I think we're on the same level and we not on no that.
Again, so I was just saying we were raised for the old school woman, right?
Right.
That's what we always complain about, right?
Right.
Ladies complain about the old school man they want, right?
Right.
But neither of us are those people that we're looking for.
Right.
So we're at a point where
Exactly.
everybody keeps saying, no, you need to be this. No, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Let's work on this.
Yes.
Let's walk down this path and understand I got issues. You got issues.
Yes.
Let's laugh. Let's joke. Let's hug. Whatever we're doing, let's make that work. And understand we got to be able to talk through things and not just because you mad, you woke up mad, or because I had a long day of work and I don't want to talk.
But
these are things we shouldn't
can I
take
ask a
personally.
question?
Yeah.
Why we never deal with the issues?
It depends on who you're talking to, because from what my experience is personal.
Okay.
So I'm a person, when I'm frustrated, I got to talk about it now.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
This is my homie. He'll tell you, when I have a problem,
Yeah.
I'm calling him directly. Yo, hey, what's this? He is not like that. The moment he know I got a problem, we gonna talk about it in a little bit. But because that's my guy, and I know who I am, and I'm comfortable with who I am, 9 times out of 10, cool, bro, call me back. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But that 1 time out of 10, nah, fam, I usually give it to you. This one here, go ahead. Hit the mute button and ignore me most of the time. I know that's what he doing.
Yeah.
I know that's what he doing.
But I'm
I
listening
get
to
it
him.
out.
Yeah, he get it out. He'll be
Okay,
straight.
I call you back. All right, and then we talk it right on out, whatever it is. Later on in the day, maybe 2 or 3 days. So, but I get in relationships like that, and I need to talk it out. So then, of course, 9 times out of 10, I walk away. But that 1 time, I got to talk it out. Now we have to fight because I made it all about you. I over-compromise for you. Y'all see it as a consistency. Every other time you do it,
For me, right.
Yeah,
This is
no,
true.
I need you to come over here now.
Yeah.
This one's a little bigger, or I've taken a lot of those. I need you to focus in here for a second.
Okay.
And again, you don't even have to acknowledge everything I'm saying and go down the road with me. I heard you. Did you get it out? You don't have to be rude. I heard you. You got it out? Cool. Talk to you in a little bit. Talk to you when I process it. All right. But I got it out.
Okay.
But ladies and emotions is totally different.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Totally different.
You want to know how crazy it is?
Totally
Totally
different.
different.
Most women don't have a lot of lady friends.
That's true.
Not a lot of good ones.
Because
That's true.
of the
Not a lot
same
of good
reason.
ones.
That's true.
Because of the same reasons we talk about.
Not a lot of good ones, bro.
And it wasn't
And
like that.
you know
with
what
the
I think
old
it is
school
though
woman.
too? We don't allow our friends to vent, and I don't try to fix it. Cause I could call my best friend Kat and I could vent about something.
Shout out to Kat, best friend.
Shout out.
We shout out everything.
Shout out to AT.
Come on, AT. She's actually my co-pastor too.
That's love.
But if I vent to her, she's the type, she gonna throw it out there and like grab with the window down and be like, I'm glad you got that out. I'm the type, if she vent to me, who? What they say?
That's him.
On God.
That's him.
Pull up.
You know?
You talking crazy.
That's him.
On God.
But I'm like your best friend. He vent to me, bro. You cool.
yeah.
You cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm total opposite. Where they at?
Yeah.
Every time.
Who it is?
Even with
Who
my,
is it?
Right.
And what they talking about?
Even with Kat, it's
See why
weird
y'all
that we
do.
bring this up. Let's go back to the pastor.
Uh-huh.
She was like right by my side, and every 3 days, I know I got on her nerve. I ain't passing no more. I quit. Finally, after about the 5th month in, she said, "Girl, if you quit today, I'm throwing out the red carpet. You did an awesome job." So
sure.
she the one started telling me, "Now, if you don't believe in you, I don't care how much I keep talking about it
Right.
to tell you you're doing an awesome job. If that ain't hit your head yet or hit your spirit yet to show you, you doing the God's way, I don't know what else to tell you.
I can't tell you nothing
I don't know
else.
what else to tell you. That made another light bulb click on. Like, and I think so many times she don't like for me to do stuff like, we're best friends, but she calls me pastor. She'll address me at pastor at all times. Pastor, you sure you want to do that? Now, if you say it's the Lord, okay. But you sure you want to do that? Because she already know it's that explosive button in me that I'm only going to let y'all go so far with
Oh,
this.
God. One time, too.
That's me, yeah.
Only
And
one time.
Then, yeah, because people think I'm quiet or...
So they think they can just play you?
Yeah.
Man, all right,
That's
go
what great
ahead.
friends are supposed to
Yeah.
do.
Go ahead. I'm
They're
going to
supposed
turn
to
that
come at
switch
you
on.
with that. And he just like you, but in a heartbeat. When I'm having a moment, he'll start talking to me like me. If it ain't a reason to ride, ain't nobody to hurt. He'll start talking to me like me. Let me devil's advocate.
Nah,
Let
bro,
me do
because
this.
whenever
Are
I
you
try
sure
to
you
turn
saw
up,
this
you don't
view?
want to turn up.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm like,
turning
let's go over there right now. He be like, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. So I had to come with another angle. But I mean, same in relationships too. Like, you gotta come with a different angle. And I think with ladies sometimes they have to stop, especially when y'all mad. That'd be tough.
That's true.
That'd be tough.
That's true. I'm going to give you that.
That's like a big detriment.
Yeah.
Like one of the major things.
One thing about Jimmy, I could be so mad and I take it there. I'm going to take it there. This is what he do. Then I get madder.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But we just waiting
so
on you
we're
to
not
get
going to talk
done?
about this? Mm-mm.
Not when you acting like that.
Not when you when you took it somewhere don't even need to go.
Oh,
so I took it somewhere. So that's my fault. Then he get really quiet.
Yep.
And then I be saying, whatever you do, don't flick that TV. My first husband used to just change the TV channel. Like, I'm gonna show you ain't talking to me. That really did it.
Since you're old.
Ooh.
But that delivery sounded like it wasn't all together.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Because I hold everything in, and then when I explode. It wasn't. I'm trying to explain it wasn't. It
was
wasn't.
good.
The
You sold it
delivery.
well.
Yeah. That delivery, yeah.
You sold it well.
Yeah. And then I used to always tell Jimmy, I said, you're going to be like the first one.
We really don't like to hear that.
Yeah, because you knew I told you all my deep, dark secrets, so you going to ignore me too.
Mm-hmm.
Grace, I'm not going to sit up here and argue with you.
On God, I ain't. When you done, let me know. And we can talk later. But right now, you tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah. But ladies
Then-
don't like that.
then-
Like you said, you
yeah.
get madder.
I do. I do. But now I kind of like laugh when we, it's over with. And then he said, girl, you was mad the other day. He said, I knew when your bottom lip started shaking and you had your hand on them bracelets. He said, the bracelets clinking all over the place. He said, I want to tell you, first of all, stop moving your hand. Now we joke about it, but we've been together 20-something years.
Yeah, so you
like,
can.
girl, you was mad. You slammed that car door. I was like, slam another car door if you want to. I open it up and I break this window. Say it again.
That's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah.
To be able to review your fight with somebody
Man,
you love
bruh.
and y'all laugh it off.
Oh yeah.
That's a beautiful.
Oh yeah, we review it. He love to say, slam my car door one more time.
Like
You
instant
better- you
replay,
better-
huh?
You better find something else to slam, but set up my car door.
We can't do that. Not in
I get loud.
2022.
I don't even get as loud as I used to. I had to calm down a lot. I'm not a big fighter like that. Like, I only fight over my money and my family. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
it.
not a big fighter either.
It takes a lot to push me there.
Yeah.
Children. Pastor, you have any children?
Yes, I have two.
2 children.
I have a 37-year-old and a Andre, I'm gonna remember your age, okay?
Dre, shout out to Dre.
32.
Amber Lady.
Andre,
Andre
he'll be
3000.
32 in October.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
What's your 37-year-old name?
Brittany.
Brittany, shout out to Brittany.
Brittany Danielle Smith.
Yeah.
I said your whole government name,
That's
girl.
love. Shout out to Brittany.
Yeah,
That's love.
yeah.
So as a pastor, would you say you have different experiences in trying to raise children?
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Especially because my doctrine, I'm apostolic Pentecostal, Jesus only.
Okay.
So certain things you just did, like the lifestyle of homosexuality,
Mm-hmm.
I used to be homophobic. homophobic until my daughter
Okay.
came out the closet. Like, Mom, I'm just gay.
Change your whole thought process
And
on it.
she's not only, she's the stud.
Yeah.
So, you know, some women, when you find out they're gay, you're like, that's pretty much gay?
That's bro.
Nah, Brittany is stud. She, like, looked like a, if she didn't have all those dreads in her hair, and I didn't, like, sometime when we go somewhere, I used to, I can't say I don't know. Like, they'd be like, did you have a girl and a boy? I did. Where's your daughter?
Right here.
Right there. She being delivered. And she don't know who she is. When we get in the car, Mom, why do you always do that? Why do you always do that?
That's how you cope with it.
That's how
You didn't
I
know no
cope with
better,
it.
right?
But at first, I didn't know how to cope with it because nobody ever told us how to.
Right.
So when I found
Because everything
out,
was so hush hush.
when I found out my daughter was gay, oh, we fought and everything.
Really?
Yeah. Like, girl, who you playing with? But she, yeah. But now, I'll never accept it because I'm not going to ever condone it. But then I realized in so many areas that the women she dealt with came into my life for a reason.
Yeah.
When I took my eye off of who she was and found out what the purpose of it is. Like, I still have young ladies that inbox me that she's dealt with. Be like, my Mama Grace, thank you for never giving up on me.
That's love.
Because I crossed their path
Yeah.
for a reason.
Because regardless, it's still your daughter.
Yeah.
God.
I love to call and say, don't be a fool and sell your soul to the devil and get married. Mom, where you getting that from? Goodbye. Bye. I just have to make sure, you know, I ain't supporting no, you know, and I don't know if she married or not. I don't know. But they keep a lot of stuff from me.
Okay.
They keep a lot of stuff. I know they do.
But but what you're saying is you're not saying you necessarily accept the lifestyle, but you accept your daughter regardless.
Exactly.
Understood.
Exactly.
It's got to be a tough line to go.
It is.
To
But
go
I had
on.
to learn it. I had to learn it. It actually made me sick. When I found out my daughter was gay, I was sick. And I made it about, how you touching a woman? Y'all got the same thing. Go squeeze your own boobs in the mirror. If you want to. She's like, Ma, you always make it about sex. It's not about sex. I'm not making it about nothing. And then because I would never hear her out.
Yeah.
I would never hear her out. And Brittany is a lot like me. So she, not saying relationship wise, but think you can fix everybody. It's always you get attached to somebody. And then, I'm going to say too much. Because she's a liar too, but she,
Come on.
no, let me tell you what I mean by that. Let me tell you, Brittany find the vulnerability in women.
Okay.
Because she find their weak spot.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? And my child gonna play on it.
Straight snitching. You didn't put the
Man,
snitch,
ain't I?
the snitch spirit jumped
I was
over.
just gonna lay back and say,
Come on, man. Straight snitching.
All I need to find out what cuz name that came down from the city with the wheelchair. You got that weird voice. That's all I need to. I ain't forgot. That's all I need
Yeah.
to do.
you good
So
to go.
Yeah. So that tells me, because he knew one day I was going to pastor a church. So when the people that lives a lifestyle like that, I had to learn how to yet love them
Absolutely.
without passing judgment.
Man, that's really hard for people to understand that judgment thing.
Yeah.
And we all do it.
We all do it.
But you have to learn to dial it back. You got to turn it down as low as you can get it.
Yeah.
You may not be able to turn it all the way off.
Yeah, but you could turn it.
But you can dial it down.
Yeah.
This is true.
So now when gay people come in here, I make sure I hug them. I make sure I talk to them. Because they're fighting something deeper than we'll ever know. That's what I believe. And then sometimes I think about how many of them are gay and living that lifestyle, but they're tormented because the family don't accept them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another form of rejection and abandonment. Because now I'm not accepting you because you chose a lifestyle that I knew nothing of.
I want to thank you. You have been amazing. So normally I get to ask all my questions. Normally I get to go through the whole. It's been so much fun going on this ride with you. As you have just shown us, I really appreciate you.
You ain't nervous no more.
Yo, we done?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
I'm like,
No.
I got through
Before
that.
we go, we always do shout outs. So all this show is all about love.
Okay.
So don't mind us fight. That's what we're gonna do. That's all.
Okay.
But we ask you, is there anybody, group of people, one person, many people, don't matter. Anybody want to give a shout out to today?
Oh, make sure it's on.
Make sure it's on so I can do this.
Oh yeah, you good.
Bam. A shout out to my mom. A shout out to my dad.
I need names so I can tag him.
Iris Gordon. She ain't on there. A shout out to my dad. May he rest in peace. A shout out to my brothers and sisters. Me and my dad was extremely close. And the Lord saw fit that he left like right after the pandemic. So I didn't have to pastor. I didn't have to do anything because at that time they had the churches and everything like shut down. So the Lord knew when to take them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have breakdown Sunday after Sunday after Sunday.
Right.
Like, oh my God, my daddy not here. Yeah. So shout out to my church, our church, God's church, the Kingdom Life Center.
Shout out to the Kingdom Life Center.
Yes, they
Kingdom
are
Life
the
Center.
best church this
Yeah.
side of heaven.
We're gonna slide in one of these
Shout
Bible
out
classes
to
or something.
my best friend, Kat, that just helps me along the way.
Assistant pastor.
Yeah, she the assistant pastor.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
Hey,
That called me for this interview, and I'm sure
Many more.
Yeah, I was like, why did I say yes? Why did I say yes? And shout out to my goddaughter,
Shout out to your
for
God.
real, Marniyah, that I could drag her into anything. I'd be like, I gotta come get you, get in the car, cause I'm Julie, and she gonna be like, Mommy, where are we going? Just to ride
over
with me.
there. Cuz, shout out to Cuz.
You'll see her in the promo. When that face pop up in the screen.
I'm out of Facebook.
Shout
there
out
now
to the
too, cuz I'm so
musicians.
finna be.
Shout out to Kankakee.
Oh yeah.
And my prayer is that we become a blessed community. Nothing will never be perfect. So I'm trying to figure out why it'll never happen like that, because the coming of the Lord is soon, and the enemy know that we're in the end time. So he got to get as many people as he can to miss heaven. But it's things like this, like with interviews and somebody talking and somebody really saying, there's a way, but there's another way. And it's somebody being transparent and being real to say, I'm not the only one that's crazy.
No, for real.
It's life. I'm so transparent with my church. I am, ain't no Marniyah. I be transparent because I don't ever want you to think that I'm up here and I ain't never been through nothing.
No, for real.
Then you can't talk to me.
Can't talk to him.
Nothing.
So
I
they
might
say my
not
church
have
is
been exactly. I might not have been as deep as you went, or our testimony and our deliverance might have not been the same, or we went through the same struggle. But a struggle is a struggle.
I can
That's
relate.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. Like, tell me. Don't keep preaching to me what Moses them did. Tell me how I'm gonna get out of this in this day and time
Right.
that I'm in.
We ain't
That's
know
the
them.
hard part.
Nah, for real.
Right, when you have to translate to say, even though this happened in your life, that too will pass, and you can survive any storm. That's why on my Facebook statuses, I try to be very, 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 very positive.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Yeah, I see.
So when you the game changer, you change the atmosphere wherever you go. When you the game changer, no matter where you sit at the table, it's always going to turn towards your way.
Would you like to invite anybody to come to your church?
Oh, yeah. Every Sunday, 1:00 p.m., Kingdom Life Center, 944 South Dearborn. And since, am I saying it right?
It's
9:45.
but it's okay.
South Dearborn. I don't know if it's 944 or 945. One of them. It's the-
We gonna put it up there.
It's the only big church in the
If you
area
go
on
to
this side.
44,
Check that out.
You at 45.
Right. At 1 p.m. when we have Wednesday nights at 6:00 Bible class. My co-pastor, she teaches the Bible class. She does an amazing job. Because I believe so many pastors don't sit down and get poured back into after they give out so much.
Right.
So you wondering why so many pastors are committing suicide, so many pastors are stopping. The pandemic was right under, it was the avenue for so many people to say, oh God, I could quit.
Right.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody got to question me why
That's
I
that.
quit, because we're in a pandemic. That's
Right.
why I quit. You really been wanting to quit. You just feel like you had a way out of quitting. But I thank God I feel like now is not the time to quit. Now is the time to go higher and further.
Go
You know what I'm
harder.
saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't believe. Oh, get it. Never mind.
Okay?
But that's
Oh,
you know.
he got me. He got me.
Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I want to give a shout out to my childhood pastor, priest, Father Tony. First person to ever make me feel like I was going to be somebody special. So I appreciate you, sir.
Come on, Father Tony.
Shout out to the Christ Temple alumni. If you ever went to the Christ Temple Apostolic Church on 120 North Monroe in Bradley, Illinois. Come on, man.
Come on.
Come on, man. Come on,
Let
man.
me tell y'all something about that, and we can stop.
She just cut the show off.
So I was going through a series of healing. I said, I gotta heal from every place I think that I was hurt at. I gotta heal. So I lived in Chicago, 4947 South Federal, Robert Taylor Homes Projects. I lived on 71st and Ashland. Okay. So one day I got up, I told Jimmy, you gotta take me to these addresses. I went to 4947 Federal. When we pulled up, the building was no longer there. And all the surrounding buildings, because they were restoring or reviving or revamping or reconstructing that area. So I said, the building not here. So I'm holding something that's not even no longer there. The building ain't even there.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is living it in my mind. Then I said, take me to 71st and Ashland. We get to 71st and Ashland. Check this out. Everything around there was still up, but the building we lived in.
Really?
And I said,
That's really a sign.
yeah. I said, wow, check this out. So a couple of weeks later, Jimmy decides to ride past 120 North Monroe. Like, take me to my roots. Take me to where, well, I really got to know God at. When he drove up, guess what happened? The building is clear.
They turned the building down?
Ain't nothing there but grass.
I ain't rolled past.
And for the first time, I cried.
That's crazy.
Out of all the buildings that was gone, when I got to that one, I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God, what happened to the building? And my mother asked me the other day, do you ever go past the church? I said, Ma, that church ain't there no more. I said, the building is no longer there. She said, really?
That's
I said,
crazy.
no.
I didn't know they turned it down either.
And I just sat there and let the tears roll.
That one long little drive,
Yes.
6 blocks before you get to church.
Yes.
That's
Y'all
crazy.
know what it is? Know what it is? You're supposed to take the lesson, let the memories go. Cut the show.
Man, stop. I'm gonna try to get deep and walk off.
I had to wait.
Man, get out of here. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
Now,
it.
can you see how we can go 4 hours?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, I can see. That was good. I enjoyed that. Did you get pictures?
We appreciate you, cuz. In the background, we appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, so now we gotta.
She's so hood though. She answered the phone.
You heard me?
Something, yeah. I started to say,
Yeah, I'm on this show, y'all.
that was Auntie Dina. What she want?
I don't know. I told her he was gonna call back. She said, okay, Niecy.
I had to call you back. I'm on the show.
That was an interview.
Yes, I said, we are on a podcast.
Because I was like, who is she talking to? I enjoyed that.
I appreciate it.
I enjoyed that.
I'm glad you came. We glad.
I'm glad I came. Because I'm trying to,
So, what, see how easy your podcast would be?
I'm trying to free myself into doing things like that.
Start one, let us know. You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do a podcast. Way easier than a video.
Yeah.
There's no editing. Other than where you start and where you end. That's it. You can let it run straight
There
through.
ain't no video. So either way, we're gonna get you going.
We don't edit our video other than cutting the beginning and the end.
I enjoyed that.
Good. We enjoyed you very much. Where's your restroom, man?
Out that door.
Okay.
Make a left.
She's posing for the camera.
You get a lot of pictures. Can you send them a lot of photos? Did you go live in?
Cuz, was it alright, cuz? Was it
Yeah.
cool? You gonna have you on here next? Bet. We do want to get a bunch of ladies though, for real.
Yes.
And do like a we got one with 3 ladies on there already. We want one with a group on there. All ages, sex, color, sizes.
Shout out to the camera girl,
Yeah.
Nia,
Yeah.
Elon, Marniyah, McCarty.
I remember what this show. You remember what this show was at?
Okay.
Yeah. And fix their church back up the way they had it.
Yeah.
And you know what I want to do for real?
Yeah.
Build. I want to build a church.
On the round up.
I do. I do.
Man, let's get it.
I do. To show up.
Oh no, we got you.
You know, when you follow the leading of God, to show what you're going to do. But I don't want to do it for me.
Yeah.
You know,
gonna do it here?
Yeah. They go there.
No, I mean your church.
Huh?
You build the church here?
Yeah, Kankakee. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I love it.
Yep. How long did you take me?